Welcome back to Softball 360. I'm your host, Natalie Kane. Now, all season long, players have been battling it out in the World Softball League's Mikan Championship Series in the hopes of making it down to Panama City Beach, Florida for the North American Championships. It's been a very exciting season so far. Take a look at this.
This is where serious softballers want to be, the hallowed fields and beaches of Panama City Beach, Florida. It's the site of the Mikan North American Championship. While the softball's serious, the fun that surrounds the games is not taken for granted.
You know what to expect. They've always got good umpires, good talent that comes down here, and it's a national tournament, so it's fun to get around and see other teams from other states.
Now let's rewind the old softball time machine to see what it takes to make it to the big show. The first steps were taken back in March on the banks of the Ohio River. In Cincinnati, the WSL season gets swinging at the annual Bash for Cash, and the tempo and pace of the season were set in motion.
I've been doing this probably at least 4 or 5 years.
In May, the Early Bird gets the softball worm at Corky's Early Bird. This Minnesota tradition brought players together for the 31st edition. Under new leadership this year, Corky's tournament was bigger, faster, and stronger.
We play in the upper division, and there's 16 teams, full tournament, good competition.
In June, the First Lady of Softball hosted the 27th edition of her own tourney. The one and only Rhonda Capron ran her charity-based tourney at the Hy-Vee Park in Sioux City, Iowa. Rhonda is one of the great characters in the game, and her tournament reflects that.
I coached, played, sponsored, so I've done it all.
Later in June, big crowds descend upon the capital city of Bismarck, in the other Dakota, the one north of South. McQuaid's is named in honor of founder Sam McQuaid, who started it back in 1976. Today, it's grown to over 400 teams. But it's not about the numbers. This is a tournament with real heart. All the proceeds go to local charities. And this year, a new twist, as the Long Haul Bombers were in town to put on a home run hitting show.
What do you think? It's great. It's a great atmosphere. It's fun. Fans love it. We love it. We love to put on the show for them, so it's all good.
At the Firemen's Tournament in Bloomington, Minnesota, things happen in a big way. There are big crowds, big hits, and big plays, all in the shadow of the nation's biggest shopping mall. The tournament's been a softball tradition for more than 5 decades, and director Jeff Barnes dedicated 3 decades of his life to staging this summer softball show.
We've got 12 states in Canada that represented here. We've got a women's team that flew in from Seattle to play. The Canadian teams are coming down to play.
One reason for the massive crowds, the atmosphere. The Firemen's Tournament is 1 part sport, 1 part family get-together, and completely amazing. So there you have it. That's the WSL Mikan Championship Series so far. Teams, players, and coaches are queued up and ready for the North American Championships. 2 big weekends of softball action, September 11th and 12th, and September 18th and 19th. And as always, may the best team win.